Hello, good afternoon. So for today, we will discuss about derivatives of higher order. So for derivatives of higher order, the n derivative of the function f, where n is a positive integer greater than 1, is the derivative of the n minus 1 derivative of f. We denote the n derivative of f by f of n. So, in other words, higher order derivatives refers to the repeated process of taking derivatives of derivatives. So, ito po yung mga nakaderivative. Kinuha mo na yung derivative at kukuhanin mo pa yung derivative ng derivative and so on. So, those are higher order derivatives. So, let us discuss these one by one. So, for the first derivative, it is denoted by y prime, or it can be also f prime of x, or dy over dx or ddx of f of x. O kaya naman po, dito po sa first derivative, ayan po yung usual na ginagawa natin. Sa higher order derivative, we will take the second, third, fourth, and so on derivative of any function given. Okay po? So, second derivative natin is y double prime, f double prime of x, d squared y over dx squared, or d squared over dx squared f of x. Okay? And so on. So, kapag nakita nyo po yung mga ganyang notation, ibig sabihin po, yan ay yung second derivative natin. And so, for the third, triple prime, triple prime, tapos d cube po, dito din ay d cube x cube. Okay? So, yan po yung ating finding the derivative of higher order. So, ayan po yung pagkakapare-pares nila based sa ating iba't ibang notation ng pagsulat ng derivative. So, we have the differentiation rules. For the constant rule, we have the derivative of the constant is equal to 0. Alam naman po natin yan. Then, yung power rule po natin kapag may exponent. So, ddx of x raised to n, yung exponent po dito ay mapupunta sa kanyang unahan or sa numerical, it will act as the numerical coefficient, and then you will copy the base and the exponent will be decreased by 1. So, n minus 1 po siya. Kung ano yung exponent, susubtractan lang po natin ng 1. And we have the power rule. So, ddx of f of x times g of x. So, para makuha yon, we have to get the prime of the first, or f prime of x times g of x plus f of x times g prime of x. And for the quotient rule, so that is the derivative of f of x divided by g of x. So that will be g of x times f prime of x minus f of x times g prime of x divided by g of x squared. So yung denominator po ay magiging squared. Then we have the chain rule, which is the ddx, or the derivative of f of g of x. So that is f prime of g of x times g prime of x. So, paano ba yan natin gagamitin dito sa higher order derivatives po natin? So, let us take the example number 1. So, find all the derivatives of the function defined by f of x equals 8x raised to 4, 5 plus 5x cubed minus x squared plus 7. So, pagka sinabi po natin find all the derivatives, meaning to say, we need to come up with the final answer as 0 po. 0 ang kanyang final answer. So, para malaman natin kung hanggang pang ilang derivative ba yung kaya niya. Okay? So, we have to apply the product rule, which is the derivative of x raised to n equals n times x raised to n minus 1. So, let us try that. So, f prime of x, the first derivative, is given by, ayan, yung atin pong exponent ay 4 times 8x raised to 4 minus 1 plus Ang exponent naman ng 5x cube ay 3 times 5x cube. Kukopyahin po natin yon minus 1. Minus, ang exponent po ng negative x squared ay 2. So, minus 2x squared minus 1. Plus, ang derivative naman ng ating constant kapag ka number lang ay 0. So, simplify lang po natin. So, ang ating first derivative ay 4 times 8, that is 32. And we have x raised to 4 minus 1. So, that will be x. 4 minus 1 is 3. So, 32x cubed. Next, we have plus 3 times 5. So, 3 times 5 is 15. X. 3 minus 1 is 2. So, 15x squared. And negative 2x squared minus 1, that is negative 2x. Then, 2 minus 1, that is 1. And yung 1 po natin dito ay hindi na natin sinusulat kasi po ito ay imaginary. Okay? So, yan po. Kahit hindi na nakasulat yung 1 natin. And yung 0 po, kahit hindi na po natin siya kopyahin. So, that is the first derivative. So, next po natin, we have the second derivative. Again, gamitin pa rin natin ang power rule. We have 3. So, 3 times 32x cubed minus 1 plus, exponent po dito ay 2 times 15x squared minus 1. Then, dito po, kapag ganito na, yun na lang numerical coefficient yung ating kukuhanin. Or simply, pwede naman ganito, negative 2x raised to, sabi ko nga kanina, may 1 po dyan, so 1 minus 1. That will be equal to 1 minus 1 is magiging 0. At ang ating pinaka-final answer dyan ay f double prime of x equals 3 times 32 is 96. 3 minus 1 is 2, so that is 96x squared plus 2 times 15 is 30. And x squared minus 1, that is 2 minus 1, that will be 1. So, 30x na lang po. Then dito, sabi ko nga kanina, negative 2x raised to 0. So, magiging negative 2 po iyon. Then, ang x raised to 0 ay equivalent sa 1. So, negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Or simply, get the numerical coefficient kapag ka x na lang yung ating variable at hindi na po mas mataas pa sa 1 yung kanyang exponent. So, yun na lang pong numerical coefficient. So, that is the answer for the second derivative. So, hindi pa rin po tayo tapos kasi sabi, find all the derivatives of the function. So, next po natin, ayan, sinulat ko na po dyan yung first derivative, the second derivative. So, we are now on the third derivative. So, this is 2 times 96x squared minus 1. Then, yung 30x, that is 30x raised to 1 minus 1. Then, ang ating constant ay 0 na lang po ang kanyang derivative. Then, f triple prime of x equals 2 times 96 is 192. X, kasi po 2 minus 1, that is 1 na lang po, kaya x raised to 1 or simply x. Then dito nga po, tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, positive 30x. Kuhanin na lang natin yung kanyang yung pong numerical coefficient, that is 30. And the derivative of a constant is 0, kaya wala na po itong nasa dulo. Okay, so we have the third prime, which is 192x plus 30. Next, so ang ating f fourth prime of x equals 192 na lang. Kasi x na itong variable, so kapag 1 times 192, that's 192. Then x raised to 1 minus 1, that is x raised to 0, or simply 1, so 192 times 1, that is still 192. And yung 30, that is a constant, so 0 na lang po. So 192. And the f to the p prime of x is 0. So yung derivative ng constant natin ay 0. So that means any other pa na magtutuloy ka pa ng f6 prime of x, f7 prime of x, that will be equal to 0. Kaya naman, para makuha po natin yung f to the n prime of x equals 0 when n is greater than or equal to 5. Mas mataas sa 5 or equal kay 5. 5 pataas, magsisiro na po ang ating derivative. Okay? So that is for example number 1. Example number 2. So, ang gagamitin naman natin dito, again, ay ang power rule. So, we have to find the f triple prime of x of f of x equals square root of x. So dito po, let us translate this radical function into a exponent. Sa exponent na lang po natin siya i-transform. So, exponential form po niya. Okay, so f of x equals x raised to 1/2. Paano po naging 1/2? Ang x po dito, ang kanyang exponent dahil wala ay 1. At ang index dito ng ating radical sign kapag walang nakasulat, that is 2. So, x, ang base, ang ating magiging numerator ay yung exponent ng nasa radicand, o nasa loob. So, that is 1. Tapos, ang ating denominator ay yung index, which is 2. So, x raised to 1/2. X raised to 1/2 po yan. X raised to 1/2. Okay? So, using the power rule, so, kuhanin natin yung kanyang exponent. Ang kanyang exponent ay 1/2. So, 1/2 times x raised to 1/2 minus 2 over 2. Paano pong naging 2 over 2? So, dahil ito po ay minus 1, di ba po? So, 1/2 minus 1. So, kailangan po kasi ang 1 ay 1 over 1. So, para maging kaparehas niya or para maging parehas sila ng denominator, so, sa madaling gawa lang po ay kung anong denominator nung nauna mong given o yung fraction, kopyahin mo lang. So, that will be 2. So, kopyahin mo lang din po sa numerator. So, 2 divided by 2, still 1 ang sagot. So, kaya po naging 2 over 2 dito kasi 2 divided by 2 is 1. So, 1/2 minus 2 over 2. That will be f prime of x equals 1/2 x raised to negative 1/2. Paano naman naging negative 1/2? 1 minus 2, 1 minus 2 ay negative 1. Tapos, ang kanilang common denominator ay 2. Kaya, negative 1/2 po. So, that is the first derivative. We are still going to the second and the third derivative. So, para makakuha na natin ang sagot dito sa example number 2. So, ganun lang din po ulit. Let us write this exponent dun sa front po niya, magiging numerical coefficient. So, negative 1/2 po ang exponent. So, negative 1/2. Then, copy mo yung 1/2 x raised to negative 1/2 minus, again, 2 over 2 pa din. So, we have 1/2, negative 1/2 times 1/2 is negative 1/4. Paano po nangyari yon? Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1 and 2 times 2, that is 4 or negative 1/4. Then dito naman po, paano naman pong naging 3 over, negative 3 over 2. So negative 1 minus 2. So as you can see, parehas po yan. So negative 1 minus 2, 1 plus 2 is 3. Then they are both negative. So negative 3 over, they have the same denominator, which is 2. So negative 3 over 2. So that is the second derivative of this function. So, hindi pa po tayo tapos, kaya ng first derivative. second derivative. So let us continue answering for the third derivative. So we have the f triple prime of x equals, ito po, ang exponent niya ay negative 3 over 2 times negative 1/4 x raised to negative 3 over 2. Kinopya mo lang po itong buo. Then minus 2 over 2 or simply 1. So, ginawa po natin na save ng denominator para mas mabilis po tayo makapag-compute. Okay? So, negative 3 times negative 1, that is positive 3, and 2 times 4, that is 8. So, 3 over 8 po. Then, yung x, then, yung pong negative 3 minus 2, pares po yun ang sign, kaya 3 plus 2, that is 5. Then, they are both negative. Over, the denominator is 2. So, we have the third prime of f triple prime of x equals 3 over 8 x raised to negative 5 over 2. Ang kaso, ang pangit niyang nakasulat, kaya naman, let us continue writing this sa maayos na format. So, paano po iyon? So, f triple prime of x equals 3 over 8x raised to negative 5 over 2. So, as you can see, pagka sinulat po natin na maayos yan, bale 3 over 8, tapos yung x raised to negative 5 over 2, nandirito po siya sa bandang taas. Ngayon po, para maging positive yan, wala tayong negative na exponent, ibaba po natin siya. So, magiging ang katabi niya ay yung 8. So, magiging 3 over 8x raised to 5 over 2. Ngayon po, yung x raised to 5 over 2, kanina ginawa po natin na radical into exponential. Ngayon po, gawin po natin radical ulit. So, ang ating x raised to 5 over 2, again, yung 5 ay kanyang exponent nitong base. So, x raised to 5, tapos po, lagyan po natin ng ganyan. Tapos, ang ating index ay 2, or it is equivalent to, ayan, square root of x raised to 5. So kapag ka 2 or square root ang hinahanap, di nasusulat ang index na 2 dito. Or pwede rin naman isulat. Pero hindi na po yung sinusulat talaga. So, square root of x raised to 5. So, kapag ka sinabing square root, so, 2 times po yun, no? So, kailangan po, i-simplify natin yan kasi may mga multiples of 2 dito sa exponent niya, ha? Okay? So, dito po sa x raised to 5, magiging x raised to 4. Bakit po naging x raised to 4? Di ba po, ang index ay 2. So, 2, 4. Then, may natira pa tayong 1 dito. Kasi 4 plus 1, that is 5. Okay? Or x raised to 4 times x is equal to x raised to 5. Ayan po yung equivalent nun. So, ngayon, pwede na po nating ilabas yung 4. Ito po, 4. Ilang tag x squared ang magagawa mo sa x raised to 4. So, that is x squared. Or simply, divide. Divide lang po natin. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Ayan. Kaya po, x squared po siya dyan. Kinapi lang natin yung 3, yung 8, tapos naging x squared. Then, may iwan po yung x raised to 1 or simply square root of x doon sa loob ng radical sign. So, dito po, ang problema naman ay may radical sign tayo sa ilalim. Kaya ang gagawin po natin ay mag-rationalize tayo. So, we will multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the square root of x. So, yan po, sinulat ko na dito. So, 3 times square root of x, that is 3 square root of x, and 8x squared times square root of x times square root of x. So, square root of x, etong 8x squared, copy na lang. Pero etong square root of x times square root of x, that is square root of x squared. X raised to 1, tapos x raised to 1, that is 1 plus 1, kaya 2. So, square root of x squared. Ngayon, ang square root of x squared ay saktong square root, kaya sakto yung kanyang, makakancel na lang yung 2. So, magiging sagot ay 3 square root of x times, 3 square root of x divided by 8x squared, then yung square root nga po ni x squared ay x. Kaya naman, magiging final answer natin ay 3 square root of x over 8x cubed. So, yan po ang pinaka-final answer natin dito sa example number 2. Okay? Next, example number 3. Y equals 2x over 1 minus 2x. Find y double prime. So, dito, y double prime, so ibig sabihin, second derivative ang pinapahanap. Ngayon, paano natin sasagutan ito? Ito po ay may division. So, quotient rule ang gagamitin natin. So, kung quotient rule, so we have yung derivative ng quotient rule natin ay g of x times f prime of x minus f of x times g prime of x divided by g of x squared. So, yan po. So, bale, we have the u over v. O kaya, ito rin yung pagkakasulat nun. Binago ko lang. Dito sa iba kasing book, u at v ang gamit. Yung u ay yung numerator niya, yung v ay yung namang denominator. So, the same lang po iyan. So, dito kasi f of x at g of x ang gamit. So, yun na lang pong u tsaka v ang gamitin natin since ito na yung nasa PowerPoint, same lang naman po iyan. So, ang ating u ay yung 2x. Ito po, yung numerator. Next, ang ating u prime, ano ang derivative ng 2x? Of course, that is only 2. Next, ang ating denominator ay 1 minus 2x, which is v. Ayun, denoted by v po siya. Ngayon, ano ang v prime natin? So, that is negative 2. Paano po yun? 0 minus ang derivative ng negative 2x ay negative 2. So, 0 minus 2, that is negative 2. So, ayan na po yung sa-substitute natin dito sa ating formula. Ayun, sinusundan po natin sa ating quotient rule. Okay? So, we have a y prime equals, ang v po, ang v ay 1 minus 2x. Next, ang u prime naman ay 2. Ayan po. Minus. Ayan po, minus. Minus. Ang u natin ay 2x. Tapos, ang b prime natin ay negative 2. So, dito, i-distribute mo lang po natin yung 1 times 2, that is 2, and negative 2 times 2, that is negative, negative 2x times 2 is negative 4x. Tapos naman dito, ang gagawin po ay negative 2x, negative times 2x times negative 2. So, negative times negative, that is positive. 2 times 2 is 4, then x. So, yan po yung nasa numerator natin. Then, sa denominator, copy lang po natin yung quantity 1 minus 2x squared. Kasi po, squared po ito. Kung ano ang v, parenthesis mo lang, then squared po siya. Okay? So, 2 minus 4x plus 4x. So, as you can see, 4x, negative 4x plus 4x, that is equivalent to 0. Or 4 minus 4 is 0. Kaya naiwan na lang sa taas ay 2 over 1 minus 2x squared. So, hindi pa tayo tapos kasi ang pinapahanap po ay yung y double prime or y second prime. So, ano naman kaya ang gagamitin natin dito para mas mapabilis? So, medyo matagal siguro kung ang gagamitin po natin ay yung quotient rule. Kaya naman, ang gamitin natin dito ay yung tinatawag na chain rule. So, paano po yon? Sa chain rule naman, ganito lang po ang gagawin. So, ayos lang po muna natin ito. So, yung quantity 1 minus 2x raised squared, iaakyat lang po natin, kaya siya ay magiging negative na. Katabi po nung 2. So, 2 times quantity 1 minus 2x raised to negative 2. So, yan na po siya. Ngayon, dahil nakaganyan na, gamitan na po natin ng chain rule. So, sa chain rule po, ganito lang gawin natin. Pagbaliktad ko lang ito. Pero same lang po yan. So, negative 2 ang exponent. Ito po yun. Sorry na unang naisulat. Then, kopyahin lang yung 2 tsaka yung times 1 minus 2x raised to negative 2. Tapos magma-minus 1 lang tayo. Ang ginawa dito, kapag ka sa chain rule, kukuhanin mo muna yung product rule. Tapos, i-chain mo yung yung pong nasa loob. Chain mo yung naka-parenthesis. So, ang naka-parenthesis ay 1 minus 2x. Ano ba ang derivative ng 1 minus 2x? That is negative 2. So, ang magiging answer natin dito ay 2 times negative 2, that is negative 4, times negative 2, that is negative 8. Then, quantity 1 minus 2x, copy, and negative 2 minus 1, that is negative 3. So, negative 3 po siya. Ngayon, so we have y second prime equals negative 8 over quantity 1 minus 2x cube. Ibababa naman po natin siya para maging positive na. So, yan po ang ating sagot dito sa kasunod na example. Okay? So, yan na po ang ating second prime. Okay, next. Derivatives of trigonometric functions. So dito, naglagay din po ako ng higher order derivatives ng mga trigonometric function. So ang derivative ng sin x ay cosine x. Ang derivative ng cosine x ay negative sin x. Ang derivative ng tangent x ay secant squared x. Ang derivative ng cosecant x ay negative cosecant x times cotangent x. Ang derivative ng secant x ay secant x times tangent x. Ang derivative naman ng cotangent x ay negative cosecant squared x. So, yan po yung mga derivatives ng mga trigonometric functions po natin. So, example number 4. Compute d cube over dx cube of 2 sin x plus 3 cosine x minus x cube. So, as you can see, meron po tayo ditong trigonometric function. So, ang ating trigonometric function na nakikita ay yung sin x tsaka yung cosine x. Ngayon po, so, ang first derivative po natin ay 2 at ang derivative ng sin x natin ay cosine x plus 3, ito po yun. Ang derivative ng cosine x ay negative sin x, yan po, minus x cube. So, dito, ang i-apply po natin dito sa last term ay yung product rule po natin. So, negative x cube. So, ang exponent dito ay 3. So, magiging negative 3, tapos 3 minus 2 ay 1. 3 minus 1 is 2, sorry. Okay, so negative 3x squared. Okay po, so minus 1. Kaya po naging 2. Okay, so simplify lang natin. So ang first derivative ay equal sa 2 cosine x plus 3 times negative sin x is negative 3 sin x, then minus 3x squared. So that is the first derivative. How about the second derivative? So, copy mo yung 2. Then, ang derivative ng cosine x, ito po, sin x, negative sin x rather, minus 3. Ang derivative ng sin x ay cosine x. Then, dito po, yung exponent nga, power rule po. So, we have the negative sign, tapos yung 2 exponent times 3x squared minus 1. So, simplify lang po natin. We have 2 times negative sin x is negative 2 sin x. Tapos, copy lang, negative 3 cosine x. Then, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Then, x raised to 2 minus 1, that is simply x. So, ang ating second derivative ay negative 2 sin x minus 3 cosine x minus 6x. So, still, ang pinapahanap po sa atin ay yung third derivative. So, sinulat ko po dyan yung first derivative, second derivative. So, yung third po natin ay dito naman. So, para sa third naman natin, so we have negative 2. So, negative 2. Copy lang natin yan. Ang derivative ng sin x ay cosine x minus 3. Copy lang. Ang derivative ng cosine x ay negative sin x. Then, derivative ng negative 6x ay simply negative 6. Then, let us simplify. We have negative 2 times cosine x is negative 2 cosine x. Negative 3 times negative sin x is positive 3 sin x minus 6. So, that is the final answer. Okay po. So, yan na po yung pinaka-final answer natin. Itong nasa last. Okay, next. Example number 5. F of x equals x squared cosine x. Find the second derivative of x or f double prime of x. So, dito po, we will use the product rule. So, pagka sa product rule, we have to find the derivative of the first times the second function plus the first function multiplied by the derivative of the second function. So, dito po, ayan, sinulat ko na pala dito. Okay. So, ang ating, may ano pa rin po tayo dito, may trigonometry. So, trigonometry, tsaka yung pong x squared. Tapos, i-apply natin ang product rule. Okay? So, dito po, we have yung pong derivative ng ating first term ay ng x squared ay 2x. Then, copy yung second term which is cosine x. Ito po, ulit. Itong x squared ay f of x. Ang cosine x ay g of x. Okay? So, sa una kasi, prime po ang hinahanap. Ibig sabihin, derivative po ng first. Ang derivative ng x squared ay 2x. Then, g of x, that is cosine times cosine x. Plus po. Okay, f of x. Ano yung f of x mo? X squared lang. Kasi kukopyahin mo lang siya. Then, g prime of x. Ibig sabihin, kukuhanin mo ang derivative ng cosine x. At ang derivative ng cosine x ay negative sin x. Okay? So, yan na po. Ngayon, multiply lang po natin. 2x times cosine x is 2x cosine x. Plus x squared times negative sin x. Positive times negative is negative. Then, x squared sin x. So, that is the first derivative. So, now, we will going to solve for the second derivative. So, as you can see po dito, meron po tayong dalawang product. Ito yung isa, kasi product po yan. Product. Dito po yung pangalawa. Okay? So, dito po, dalawa lang ang term natin. Pero product rule po kasi magkatabi or nakamultiply po kasi ito. So, dito, ang una natin yung f of x dito, yung 2x. Tapos dito sa una pa lang to ito po, yung g of x. Tapos dito naman, kunwari, ibang letter na gamitin natin dito. h of x, kunwari ito. Tapos, itong sin x ay I of x. Okay. So, dito po, we have ang derivative ng 2x ay 2. Tapos, kopyahin yung cosine x. Plus, kopyahin yung 2x, yung f of x. Tapos, derivative ng cosine x ay negative sin x. Tapos, yung minus po dito, dun po nanggaling yon. Okay, dito naman po yung kukuha natin yung derivative using the product rule. Ang x squared po, ang derivative po ng x squared ay 2x. Tapos, kopyahin times sin x. Plus, kopyahin naman yung x squared. Ano naman yung derivative ng sin x? That is cosine x. So, magiging, ang ating sagot dito ay magiging, simplify lang po natin, 2 cosine x, tapos, positive 2x times negative sin x is negative 2x sin x. Then, dito po, i-apply po natin sa isa. So, negative times 2x sin x. So, that is negative 2x sin x. Then, negative times x squared times cosine x. That is negative x squared cosine x. Okay? So, yun po ang ating answer sa simplify. Pero mas simplify pa natin to. Kung napansin nyo po, we have negative 2 sin x, tsaka po itong negative 2 sin x dito. Pares po silang sin x at pares sila ng variable, ng yung pinaka-numerical coefficient niya na 2x po natin. Okay? It will act as the numerical coefficient niya. So, negative 2x, that is negative 4x sin x. So, kopyain lang yung una, 2 cosine x. Tapos, simplify natin itong dalawang nasa gitna, that is negative 4x sin x. Then, kopyain lang natin nasa dulo, negative x squared cosine x. So, that will be the final answer. Okay, so that is all for today. Thank you and God bless.